Yo, chat, we're back here with another video, and today we're reacting to, oh wait, hold on, let me shrink myself real quick, my bad, shrink myself real quick. Today we're reacting to the dark psychology of NBA 2K. Okay, alright.
2K22 alone.
Okay, 22,
no.
23.
Yeah, 2K22. Yeah,
Oh,
22.
Okay, how
So
much?
2K22, I added up all of my purchases, and really only added up the $100 purchases.
So you didn't even go like the little baby one.
I didn't do the 20s, the 50s, the none of that, and it came out to be like throughout the whole year, from the day the game dropped to the next game, I spent 25K.
Ooh. We only 25 seconds in the video, and I have something to talk about right here. This is why I stopped playing as you guys will see, I will show you guys. I have 2K on my wall. I'm a big 2K fan, very big 2K fan. I was very big in 2K16, 2K17, 2K15, as well as 2K19 and 2K21. But I stopped playing 2K seriously in 2K21 just for the simple fact, if I have to be honest, chat, I sat down one day and I thought in my head, how much money have I spent on 2K? The game 2K is $100, $150 max. So you would think that, like, okay, you probably spent like $3-4 grand buying it every year, cause like you gotta think about it, $100 every year. It's probably like $3-4 grand. That's not a lot. But there's a way that 2K scams you. 2K scams you with the virtual currency and the way builds are set up. So 2K knows that unless you study this game with all your might and glory, you're going to get your build wrong on the first couple tries. Either the nigga's not gonna be able to dribble, or the nigga's not gonna be able to shoot, or the nigga's not gonna be able to play defense. Nigga's gonna be too small, too tall, too fat, not fat enough. Something's gonna be wrong with him the first couple of tries you make builds. So that's gonna lead you. Grinding for virtual currency is impossible. You're only getting 500, maybe 1,000, maybe 2,000 at most if you play 12-minute Hall of Fame games, and that's the most efficient way to make VC. Spinning the wheel in 2K, you're never gonna get $1 million, nigga. It's like playing the lottery. So this leads you down the path of buying virtual currency. Now when you even go to buy virtual currency, the prices aren't even reasonable. The prices are like out of this fucking world. Like, it takes to make a build and upgrade it to 85 overall. That's the max you can upgrade it to at the start. To upgrade it all the way to that is like 275,000 VC. 250,000 VC is $79 where I live. That's 70. That's another copy of the fucking game. If I have to tally up how much money I've spent on 2K, I'm in the ranges of $50,000. That's why I stopped playing. Because how the fuck have I spent $50,000 on a game that has showed me no love? So you're obviously scamming. So yeah.
Ooh.
2K is a scam.
At what point does a video game stop being entertainment and just start becoming exploitation? That question is differently when you look at what NBA 2K has become. It's no longer just a basketball simulation. It's a psychological manipulation machine dressed up in NBA jerseys. Today I'm going to take you behind the curtain to show you exactly how NBA 2K has applied decades of behavioral psychology research to their game design. You'll see how they create artificial pain points, manufacture social pressure, and exploit your FOMO to keep you spending season after season. And once you recognize these techniques, you'll start seeing them everywhere. So ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you.
His 9th rebound. Scotty, is this what makes him so special?
Damn, you guys are not gonna show the play? Fuck you guys. Fuck this ad.
2. The dark psychology.
We breaking down 2K today. This is the full breakdown of the scam NBA 2K.
You know, there was a point where NBA 2K's main concern was just creating a fun experience for their players, but as times have changed, so did the game. It started off with the slow introduction of VC in 2012's NBA 2K13. I remember reviewing this game because I remember saying in my review, don't buy VC because it's a slippery slope. You give people an inch and they'll take a mile. I recall people in my comments as well as 2K YouTubers calling me stupid and broke, and here we are all these years later paying for it. I mean, literally paying for it.
Black Hokage, this video is by Black Hokage. You guys should go subscribe to him. I will do a shout out to him at the end of the video. But he's kind of wrong right here, because I will say 2K14 all the way to 2K19. Buying VC was okay, because making a build to get your build to 80 overall was only like 100,000 VC. 2K15, 2K16 to max your build out was like 110,000 VC. So you could spend a quick little $25, $30 and boom, have a build ready to go. So that's why buying VC back in the day was acceptable. But it's like real life, nigga. The inflation kicked niggas' asses on 2K and the VC prices went up.
According to this GameFAQs forum post I found from 12 years ago on NBA 2K13, it costs 75 to 125,000 VC to max a player to 99 overall. 75,000 VC is $20 in NBA.
That's what I just said. It took you literally like 100,000, 75,000 VC to max your player out back in the day in 2K15 and 2K16. It didn't take a lot. It didn't take 200,000, which is $50 US. $50 US is $100 Canadian.
2K25 for those of you unaware. Now compare that to today, where it costs 325,000 VC to max a player, which is almost $100. Add in the fact that most of you are creating several builds annually, and you can see how you're spending so much money. Since the inception of VC, 2K has implemented things designed to nickel and dime you, such as My Team, the City, and Season Passes. But for now, I want to focus on my career. Have you ever noticed how your My Player in 2K moves like they're playing in cement shoes at the start of every new season? That isn't by accident, it's actually calculated. Your 60 overall rookie missing wide open layups isn't bad luck, it's just business. 2K intentionally cripples your player stats to create that exact frustration you feel when your big man can't grab a rebound over someone who's smaller than them. And I can break it down how it all works. See, there are specific stat thresholds where the game suddenly feels playable versus completely broken. For guards, you need at least a 70 ball handling before you stop dribbling like a middle schooler. For big man, you can't properly box out until your strength hits 75. These aren't random numbers. They're carefully placed pain points designed to make you feel the difference between playing for free and paying for an upgrade. We live in an age of instant gratification, so the game literally programs incompetence into your player until you cough up VC. Now compare that.
Now, when I have to compare what he just said, what he said is kind of correct, kind of wrong. I don't know how I feel for real about it until I fully explain. But like 2K making, he's right. 2K puts it to where like you have to have like a certain amount of ball handle or you're gonna dribble like a retard. You need to have a certain amount of three-pointer or it's an air ball every fucking shot. You need a certain amount of drive and dunk or you're just not even gonna be able to dunk. So like, and these numbers are just like, these numbers are just specific numbers that 2K made. Like in real life, what is LeBron's drive and dunk? Is it a 99? Is it an 87? Who the fuck knows? This is real life basketball. You can't put a number on a drive and dunk stat. So like, but like you kind of do need stats like the attribute stats like that in a game like 2K. But I just like right now I'm in a middle position because I don't even know what would be an alternative other than stats. What would be an alternative?
To how actual basketball progression works in real life, and it doesn't make any sense, especially considering the fact this game calls itself the realest basketball sim on the market, when in actuality you're just the only one on the market. See, in real life you get better by
that is true. The 2K wants to say that we're the most realistic basketball game out. I guess if you're the only basketball game out, NBA Live hasn't made an NBA Live since NBA Live 19. They haven't made another one. So they're like 6 years, 5 years, 6 years back, 7 years back. Um, 2K is not realistic, but if they want to go with the narrative that they're the most realistic basketball game, you're the only basketball game.
Practicing. Your jumper improves through repetition. Your handles tighten up from hours in the gym. But 2K flips that on its head completely. You can green every shot in practice with perfect timing, but your 65 three-point rating means those same releases will brick in real game. They've disconnected skill from result, and this makes you frustrated while the investors over at
That is a
Take-Two
big thing. See, that is like what I'm kind of getting at, cause they made it to where, okay, you need a 75 plus three-pointer to make shots consistently. But if you have a 65 three-pointer, you can make shots if you have good timing. But if you have a 60, if you don't have a 65 and you have a 60 three-pointer, you can't make shots rather you have good timing or not. So what is it? Is it pay to win? Is it you have to make a good build? Or is it skill? Or is it because we don't know. We don't know, right? It can't be skill, cuz if it was skill, then I should be able to master a 60 three-pointer, a 60 overall stat three-pointer timing. And if it's I have to make the right build, then the right build should be able to do everything. In the book, it should be able to dunk, shoot, dribble, defend, everything in the book.
Are sitting
So
comfortably
is it
like,
not pay to win?
the player testimonies tell the same story every year. It's not uncommon to hear things such as, I spent 3 hours grinding my career games just to afford one attribute upgrade, or my center gets out-rebounded by small forwards because I didn't buy VC. These aren't isolated complaints, they're a direct result of a system engineered to make the $70 experience more painful than just
That's another thing. So like if you're fully against buying VC and you go play my career as a 60 overall, you could be 7 foot tall and a nigga 5'10" can catch a rebound over you. You're supposed to catch rebounds in order to build stats, in order to get VC, in order to upgrade your player. How am I 7 foot tall getting out rebounded by a 5'10" point guard, and I have to catch these rebounds in order to get VC, in order to pay for stats? But I can't even catch these rebounds because my rebound is at a 65, and it doesn't matter if I'm 7 foot tall. This 5'10" guy can still jump up and catch a rebound over me because he's an 85 overall and I'm a 60. So is that fair? Is that fair? That's not fair. Because in real life, Andrew Bogut can catch a rebound over Stephen Curry any day of the week. Andrew Bogut is like a 72 overall. Steph Curry's a 99.
$70. 2K knows exactly what they're doing when they make your 6'10" power forward move like he's wearing ankle weights. And what's wild is how this mirrors psychological models used in other industries. It's the same principle as free trials that intentionally limit functionality until you pay. They create artificial frustration and then position microtransactions as the solution. Now, to be fair, 2K didn't invent this, but they damn for sure perfected it for basketball games. Your My Player isn't weak because that's realistic for a rookie. They're weak because weakness creates that itch that VC scratches. It's funny too because this company claims to have the most authentic basketball experience.
So on top of all the bullshit they're doing, they're psychologically fucking us to take our money. They're making it to where they're making it to where we believe that our player is so shit to where we have to buy VC and we cannot grind. Because if we grind, we're only getting 500, 1,000 VC, if that. Because we can't even max out at 1,000 VC. Because in order to get 1,000 VC per game, we would have to catch rebounds, and we can't even catch rebounds because we're a 60 overall. So it's like any which way you put it, other than buying VC, you're fucked. So they're They're entrapping us. They're entrapping us to buy VC.
But the stats prove this isn't about realism either. A 60 overall in 2K performs worse than most G League players, while real NBA rookies come in around a 70, 75 overall if you check their in-game stats. I mean, they could make the starting point higher, but then where's the incentive to spend? That initial grind isn't about...
That is true. Most rookies, if you look at most rookies come into the NBA at a 75. Like Cooper Flagg came in the NBA as a like a 77 overall. Bronny James, as bad as he is at basketball, he came in the league as 69 overall. So why is it that we start off as a 60? Why can't we start off as a 70, 75 overall and work our way up? You know why? Because when you start at 60, you're so bad that you have to at least spend $10, $20.
Difficulty. It's a monetization speed bump disguised as progression. Watch any new player's first hours in my career, and they'll be missing point-blank layups, get stripped on every drive, and foul out trying to play defense. Then the same player drops $20 on VC, and suddenly their guy can actually compete. And just know, that night and day difference isn't organic. It's the exact moment 2K's psychological trap springs shut on you. You're not paying to get ahead. You're paying to reach what should have been the baseline in the first place. This becomes a
it should have been the foundation. We should have came in the game at a 75, but we had to spend at least an additional $20, $30 to at least make the game playable. That's like me making a game and the game just says start. You know, when you load up a game and the game says start, and you keep pressing start, but it doesn't start. Instead of starting, it brings you to another screen to where it says you have to spend another 30. I already made you buy the game for $100. Now you have to spend another $100 to start the game. That's basically what 2K did. 2K said, all right, give us $100. We'll give you a 60 overall that cannot do anything. What is your choices now? Your choice is either to wake up every day, spin this wheel, and hope to God that you win $1 million off the wheel, $1 million VC, or pull out $30 out your wallet and spend $30 so you can upgrade your character so the game can be playable.
Especially obvious when you look at how other sports games handle progression. MLB The Show's Road to the Show mode doesn't make your rookie pitcher throw 25-mile-per-hour fastballs. FIFA's career mode doesn't have your striker tripping over the ball constantly. Those games let skill determine success early.
Those are EA games, and yeah, FIFA 23, you can go on the career mode, or not FIFA 20, any FIFA game, you can go on the career mode as a 65, 70 overall, and you're not Cristiano Ronaldo, but you're also not physically disabled. In 2K, if you're a 60 overall, like, okay, how can I put this? If the best player in the whole world played on a 60 overall, and a 75-year-old man that's never played 2K before in his life was on a 99, the best player in the world at 2K could not beat him on a 60. Couldn't beat him.
And then you have
That's
My
how
Team.
unplayable
The My Team
it
mode
is.
uses various psychological and structure strategies meant to motivate users to buy card packs. These tactics are meant to generate urgency, exclusivity, and reward expectations, hence enticing gamers to spend actual money. These are the main ways My Team tricks users into spending more. My Team is all about assembling your ideal team to compete online versus other gamers. You can earn cards from just playing the game, but the trouble is, it's a pain in the ass. All it takes is being washed once online by someone with rare cards to have you persuaded into buying one of their card packs. It's the reason I don't play this mode. I tried it once and I got tilted
My
at the
Team
fact
is the
that
biggest
everyone that I
money
played
grab.
against is a demigod for simply $29.99. In My Team, card packs function like loot boxes. Players buy for a shot at acquiring uncommon or high value cards. These packs randomize character plays on the gambler's fallacy, with players thinking that if they keep buying packs, luck will eventually favor them. But the crazy part is that players might still get low tier cards even after paying a bunch of money, which would be annoying and encourage more spending in search of improved outcomes.
It's
And
just
add
like how the
insult to
casinos
injury,
get
newly
niggas.
issued cards get far
The
more
My Team, I
powerful
don't
than
even
older
have to
ones over
explain
time,
My
therefore
Team.
making past purchases less useful. Players are
I don't even have
secretly
to
pushed by
explain
this
that shit.
power creep to always purchase fresh packs to stay competitive. And it also doesn't help that players are constantly faced with intense social pressure. NBA 2K is the most sophisticated peer pressure machine ever designed. That cool social hub where players are running around, yeah, that isn't for immersion. It's a carefully constructed environment where every element pushes you towards spending more money. From the moment you spawn in, you are bombarded with visual proof of what money can buy. This basketball game has turned into Barbie for boys. It's nothing but elite players flexing expensive animations, rare outfits, and maxed out builds that make your 60 overall brown shirt feel like literal shit. You can be in Discord with the boys, right? And when you say, hey, let's get some games in, you'll pull up in that brown shirt, and then all of a sudden, all your friends say they can't play with you
for about 45 minutes.
The placement of everything in the city follows a clear psychological blueprint.
That's basically what we said. Like you can have some homies that you knew from school, or even you can have some family members, your own blood brother. Your blood brother that you slept in the same bed with, y'all came out the same pussy, y'all used to shower together. Your blood brother, when y'all was babies, y'all used to shower together. If your blood brother's a 99 and you are a 60 overall brown shirt in 2K, your blood brother is gonna look at you fucking crazy if you try to play with him. Cause I know I'm not playing with my blood brother if he's a 60 overall. You know why? Because it's what we said. 60 overalls are incompetent of anything on the basketball court. So what does that mean? That either takes away from your time playing with your friends, because you're going to have to go grind my career for about 2 weeks to get anywhere. Or that takes away from your money out of your pocket, because you're going to have to go spend some money to at least come play with us. So it's... You know what I'm saying?
Stores aren't tucked away in some menu like in the old NBA 2Ks. They're now physical locations you have to constantly walk past. And the main court seems to always be in the center of the map, which is also always packed with the highest level players showing off their expensive clothes and animations. Even the way other players' names and overalls float above their heads serves as a purpose. It turns every interaction into a status comparison. You can't walk 5 virtual feet without being reminded that you ain't nothing but a broke boy. This taps into what psychologists call conspicuous consumption. That's basically the human tendency to display wealth through visible purchases. In real life, this manifests as luxury cars or designer clothes. In 2K, it's Galaxy Opal cards in my team or exclusive sneakers that cost $20 in VC. The game makes sure these status symbols are impossible to miss. You know that player that's sitting in the park for several hours who hasn't played a single game, just sitting on a server, causing lag because you know these servers are held together with bubblegum and toothpicks. They're basically just aura farming with mama's money. But what they fail to realize is that they're just walking advertisements showing hundreds of other players what they're missing. New players get it the worst. Imagine loading in for the first time with your basic character, only to immediately see a squad of 99 overall players with matching outfits and premium celebrations. And they're not necessarily better at the game than you. They're just invested. And the message is clear. This is what success looks like in this game. That unspoken pressure to spend creeps in fast for new players. Players have reported feeling embarrassed taking their low-rated builds to the park, knowing they'll get outplayed not just by skill, but by wallet size. The layout of the city in recent 2K versions has taken this even further. Unlike the older neighborhood designs where activities were actually spread out, everything is now clustered together. You can't go to the gym without passing the VC store or seeing Gatorade plastered everywhere. And you can't check your stats without seeing banner ads for limited time bundles. Even the placement of the NPCs in the city matter. Most of you have probably not noticed this, but they'll comment on your gear, your rep level, anything to highlight that you have not spent money and subconsciously fool you into doing it. It is social engineering disguised as world building. Player testimonies tell the same story over and over. I only bought the neon arm sleeves because everyone at the park had them. My friends had special dribbling moves, so I had to get some too so I didn't feel left out. These aren't isolated cases either. They're the intended result of a system built to exploit our fear of standing out in the wrong way. The pressure isn't just about performance either. Even pure cosmetic items become must-have when you're the only one without them. This mirrors real-world marketing tactics used by luxury brands and social media platforms. Instagram makes people feel like their lives should look more curated. 2K makes players feel like their virtual athletes should look more expensive. Both create artificial standards that drive more spending. The difference is, on Instagram, you can just log off. In 2K, stepping away means missing out on a
Honestly, what he's talking about right here only applies to the noobs of 2K. Cause anybody that's a sweat at 2K like me, anyone that's good at the game, we'll walk around brown shirt. We'll walk around 99 overall, Legend 5 brown shirt. Don't have a shirt, don't have a shoe, don't have a pants, don't have nothing in the game. We're brown shirt, gray pants, 2K generics. So like the the showing off the clothes and the buying VC to buy clothes and to buy tattoos and cosmetics, that only applies to the noobs that you can trick their eyes.
Events, rewards, and social connections tied specifically to that space. That's why I called it Barbie for Boys.
A real Barbie? No, I mean, maybe, like a little.
The most insidious part is how this game turns its players into its own sales force. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, you've been working for free at 2K and you ain't even know it. You know that dude flexing his $50 virtual off-whites? That's free advertisement. And the squad doing choreography dances like NSYNC outside of the rec? Yeah, those are walking billboards. 2K doesn't need to hard sell VC to you when thousands, if not millions of players do it for them by just existing in the space. Every time someone sees a cool item they can't afford, that's another nudge towards opening their wallet. I mean, this clip going viral on Twitter is a perfect example of it. Then you have you.
No, I want to talk about this clip. This clip right here, chat. So like, I see what 2K did here. This goes viral, blah blah blah. But you know why this is a problem? This is a problem because nobody here in this clip earned their mascot. Back in the day when I used to play 2K, you had to hit a certain level to get this mascot. Fuck the VC. You had to hit legend. That means you had to spend months playing the game to get a mascot. Now all you need to do is get your credit card and spend $40 and you can have any mascot you want. But you know what I'm saying? That's what the game is. That's what the game has come to.
YouTubers and streamers who play into this as well, spending hundreds of thousands of dollars annually on digital card packs that they can't use next year just so they can scream and be fake excited in their YouTube videos. This normalizes irrational spending habits to their young audience. I'd imagine most are just doing this because they know it gets views, but whether they intentionally know it or not, these creators are acting as marketing budget for the corporation. And the worst kind are the ones who are aware of what they're pushing to their young audiences, but they don't care because they're getting paid. Even the matchmaking plays into this. The game could pair you with more similarly rated players, but often it throws you against stacked teams instead. Getting cooked by someone who bought their way to elite status isn't just frustrating, it's motivational, and the implied solution is always the same. Spend more of your hard-earned money. Or the alternative is slowly grinding against paid players, which feels designed to break your patience. And this is what fuels the FOMO factory. That timer ticking down on NBA 2K's limited time events isn't just measuring hours, it's measuring how long until your willpower cracks. These exclusive weekend tournaments and rare item drops aren't about celebrating basketball. They're psychological traps dressed up as special occasions. 2K didn't invent FOMO, but they perfected its use in sports games to the point where missing an event feels like failing a test you didn't know you were taking. Take the season pass structure as Exhibit A. Every 6 weeks, the game completely resets all progress tracks with new exclusive rewards. That badge you wanted, gone forever if you didn't grind enough. That cool jersey, it disappeared into the digital void. The game.
You see that's another thing. The 2K adding the season pass, the battle pass. They took this technique from Fortnite. Before Fortnite came out, 2K was a thing, Park was a thing, and to get these awards in the season battle pass, whatever. To get these awards, all you would have to do was hit a certain rank. All that it took was playing the game, hitting legend, hitting whatever, top 20, top 250, top 50 in the world. That is what the game was supposed to be. The game was supposed to be is you hit a certain level, you get certain rewards. Not you buy a battle pass and you work for your level on top of it. They fucked you both ways. They said, yeah, spend $20 on the battle pass every 2 weeks. on top of that, you have to play to get the rewards, or you could just buy the whole reward, like how you do in Fortnite. You could just skip working for it and just buy all 100 tiers. You could do that in 2K as well. So like, they fucked up the
constantly
game.
remind you of what you're missing out on with pop-up notifications showing other players rocking
They made
items
it
you'll
money
never get
grab.
another shot at. It creates this nagging anxiety that if you take a break, you're gonna fall behind permanently. And the brain science behind this is wild. Studies show that scarcity triggers the same neural pathways as physical threats. Your brain literally processes missing out like getting physically attacked. 2K exploits this by making every limited item feel like it's your last chance. That 48 hours left banner is not there to be helpful. It's a countdown to you panic spending. This is why every time you get on the game, that one friend always has something new to show off. They've been manipulated into believing they need to spend money. My team takes this to an entirely different level. For those unaware, their pack drops follow casino psychology. They got limited time events with Galaxy Opal cards that have a 0.1 pull rate and flash auctions where top cards disappear in hours. The mode's entire economy runs on artificial scarcity. They could easily make all of these cards available all the time
This is
because
a casino
they're digital,
tactic.
but then where's the fun in that? They'd rather scare you into buying card packs. I've seen people say they've spent hundreds of dollars chasing a specific rare card before the timer ran out, only for that card to be remade available a couple weeks later. Now, I don't know about you, but I'd be pissed. Even the event scheduling is equally manipulative. I mean, have you ever noticed big drops always seem to hit right around payday? They also have holiday events which sync up with times when people have more free time and more holiday money to spend. Even the daily login bonuses use progressive timers. If you miss one day, it's gonna reset your whole streak and you might miss some cool items. It's all designed to make stepping away feel costly. Players talk about setting alarms at 2 a.m. just to claim limited items before they vanish. That's not engagement. That's digital Stockholm syndrome. And social media amplifies the pressure tenfold. 2K's Twitter is flooding your feed with clips of players hitting game winners and exclusive
Join the skilled trades and be
They're even finessing with the social media.
shoes that you can't even buy anymore. Their Instagram shows off rare animations only available for that one specific weekend. And the worst part is that the community plays into this BS. You'll find Reddit threads filled with titles like "Flex Your Season 3 reward posts" that turn achievements into public shaming for anyone who happened to skip that season. But I believe the Battle Pass system might be the sneakiest thing that they've implemented into their $70 game in a recent memory. Each tier shows exactly what you've missed if you don't keep grinding. That 95% complete bar haunts players into buying level skips at the last minute. I've seen people admit spending $40 just to finish a pass they didn't even want just because seeing it unfinished bothered them. That's not rational. It's psychological warfare. But the worst part about the Battle Pass is the fact that there's 8 seasons in each game. There's 2 tiers for the Battle Pass at $10 and $20. So if you want to get the full NBA 2K experience, it's going to cost you $70 for the game and $160 for all the Battle Pass content. Mind you, we haven't even added in the cost of VC bundles if you want to make multiple builds. Then you have limited time gameplay modes that follow the same blueprint. Double XP weekends condition players to avoid grinding only during normal days. Bonus VC events teach you that playing off-peak means you're wasting your time. Even the neighborhood's decorations change constantly to visually reinforce what season you're in and what you're missing. The entire game world becomes a FOMO calendar. And the neuroscience explains why this works so well. Each limited item triggers a mini crisis in your brain. Potential loss registers more strongly than potential gain. 2K bombards you with these micro crises until spending feels like self-defense. That last chance warning isn't there to inform you, it's triggering your loss aversion instincts, and it's a big reason as to why you can't stop buying VC. That $50 you spent on VC last season wasn't just a purchase, it was the first domino in a psychological trap that makes each purchase feel inevitable. This is the sunken cost fallacy in action, and NBA 2K has weaponized it better than most Vegas casinos. This game conditions you to think I've already spent this much, so I might as well keep spending. And before you know it, you're broke and you're taking odd jobs speaking to kids about the dangers of addiction like,
Bad children was the first time
It's Tyrese Biggums, Tyrone Biggums.
but it wouldn't be the last.
So let's break down how this all works in practice. Every September when the new 2K drops, you lose all your hard-earned attributes, but you get to keep certain cosmetic items and badges. This isn't a mistake, it's by design. That partial reset creates just enough continuity to make you feel invested, while wiping the slate clean enough to force new spending. Your brain looks at those carried over items and it thinks, I've got a history here, and it ignores the fact that 90% of your progress just vanished. The game game's counting on that emotional attachment to override your common sense. And the reminders are everywhere once you know where to look. The badge progress screen showing your accomplishment from previous years, that's when sunken cost triggers. The legacy tab tracking how many seasons you played, that's just a psychological anchor. All tools used to keep you hooked. That annual cycle will turn into this self-perpetuating machine, and each year the sunken cost grows heavier. Maybe you swore you wasn't gonna spend money this year, but then you remember all those hours grinding last year's game. Or how about that $100 you dropped on the My Team card? Or what about your friends just pressuring
And they make
to
you
play
reminisce
this year's
about
game?
all of that. They bring all that back up.
In previous versions, the more likely you are to justify spending just this one on the new game. Before you know it, you're 5 years deep into what's $1,000 plus invested, still telling yourself, next year I'll go cold turkey. My Team mode takes this to another level entirely. Those card collections that partially carry over, they're designed to make you feel like quitting would waste all your past pulls. The collection rewards that require keeping cards you'll never use, here's sunken cost engineering. Players report keeping trash cards in their collection just to maintain completion percentages, then feeling compelled to buy more packs just to finish what they started. And the numbers don't lie. Virtual currency sales grew 150% year over year in fiscal 2015, then another 71% by 2017. That's not organic growth. That's the snowball effect in action. As more players get deeper into the ecosystem, their tolerance for spending increases. What seemed outrageous in NBA 2K13 has now become routine by NBA 2K25. The game normalizes escalating investments by making each purchase feel like the logical next step in their journey. Basically, what I'm trying to say is 2K started with just giving you the tip, but now you're getting the full-blown giggity. Long-term players get hit the hardest by this. That dude who bought every 2K since 2K13 isn't just loyal, he's psychologically primed to keep spending. Each year's purchase justifies the next through sheer momentum. The game reinforces this by giving veteran players special cosmetics, free copies of the next game, or even a shrine in the next game, not to reward them, but to remind them how much they've already invested. It's like getting a gold star in kindergarten class, but not for being a good student, but a drone with no self-control. The real genius is how 2K makes the sunken cost fallacy feel like it's your own idea. Nobody forces you to buy VC. I mean, how many times have you heard that? I've seen the community manager Ronnie2K say this to fans on Twitter who complain about the VC prices. The game instead just creates conditions where spending feels like the natural solution to the problems it's engineered. That my player who can't shoot, I've already put 20 hours into him. I might as well buy the shooting upgrades. Or how about that my team that's missing that one card? After all the packs I've opened, I deserve to complete the set. So the game turns your own psychology against you. The excessive spending has gotten so bad that it's inspired this skit my co-host and I produced on a TV show I used to host called X-Play. Are you ready for this, man?
I'm ready. I got
just what the mayor ordered.
The clam song. Let's go.
Yeah, we gonna see it's time for my Super Saiyan Euro step.
That nigga did not take a single dribble.
The f, dude? Who are you?
Vince Carter.
I hate to break it to you, but Vince Carter's a little...
Go ahead. Say it.
Thin.
Yeah.
Oh. That's not where I expected y'all to go with that, but it still hurts.
I think the better question is, why are you in our game?
You hadn't unlocked that layup yet.
You're joking, right?
No. You want that layup? That's gonna be $500, my friend.
I'm not your friend. And I'm not paying $500 for no damn layup package.
All right, you're lost.
Now compare this to how other sports games handle annual releases. MLB The Show lets you carry over progress between console generations. FIFA's Ultimate Team gives you loyalty rewards that don't pressure players to further spend. These games understand that respecting players' time and money leads to better long-term engagement. 2K takes the opposite approach. They bank on frustration and attachment to drive further revenue. And the scary part is how this escalates over time. Early purchases seem justifiable because, you know, it's just $20 here, $50 there, but each one raises your personal spending ceiling. That first $100 bundle feels outrageous until it starts to become the new normal. Players report looking back at year one spending with disbelief, only to realize they're now spending triple that amount without blinking. It's no different than a drug addict. That small dose of meth that used to get you high can quickly turn into an all-day habit because you're trying to chase that first high that you ever got. The only difference is you don't lose your teeth, your house, your family, your health, everything else in between. Bit of an extreme example, but you get the point. What a lot of you don't get though is 2K's pricing model.
Yeah, I was gonna talk about that addiction, But if you're addicted to 2K
That
in
VC counter at the
2026,
top of your
that's on
screen
you.
isn't just tracking currency, it's masking how much real money you're burning. The whole virtual economy is built on one simple trick: make prices feel abstract. When a pair of digital Jordans cost 15,000 VC instead of $15, your brain processes that transaction differently. Studies show people spend more when there's psychological distance between them and their cash, and 2K exploits this hard. One thing I do know they do is they make sure that math doesn't add up on purpose. VC bundles come in awkward amounts like 75,000 or 200,000.
Yeah. That's what they do. All right. So boom. A pair of Jordans in 2K is 15,000 VC, but 75,000 VC is $20. So theoretically, you just spent $20 to probably buy 2-3 outfits. Or let's see how he breaks it down.
Random numbers like 12,500 or 37,750. This is not sloppy design. It's calculated confusion. You will always have leftover VC after a purchase, which creates this nagging feeling that you might as well buy more VC so that you can use up the scrap. This system is engineered with odd numbers to keep you chasing round numbers. Just look at how they've changed exchange rates over time. Back in 2K.
Yeah, so yeah, they just do odd. Yeah, this was way back in the day. This was way back in the day. Fuck, this price shouldn't even be on the screen right now. But that's how they do it. So if you guys see, like, let's just say 75,000 VC, $20, boom. They put it to odd numbers. They don't make it to where you can buy 1,500 VC. They make it to where you could buy 5,000. They don't make it to where you can buy 10,000 VC. They make it to where you could buy 15,000. They don't make it to where you could buy 30,000 VC. They don't make it to where you could buy 50,000 VC. They make it to where you could buy 35,000 and 75,000. There's not even a 100,000 VC option, but there's a 200,000 VC option. There's not a 300,000 VC option or a 400,000 VC option, but there's a 450,000 VC option. So like they do odd numbers so you can keep spending. So so like when you think in your head, okay, I need 100,000 VC. Let me spend $25 on this 200,000. Boom, you spend your 100,000 VC. You have 100,000 left. You're like, damn. Let me spend another $25 so I have 300,000 VC now. So that's how they get you, by using odd numbers.
$3 got you 10,000 VC, which was enough for a serious upgrade. By 2K17, that same $3 bought you Pocket Change. The franchise increased VC prices by 35% in just 1 year between 2K13 and 2K14. Now in 2K25, 25,000 VC, which used to be a major purchase, might not even cover some basic accessories. You get a t-shirt with that. They've slowly inflated the virtual economy while keeping real dollar prices steady, hoping players won't notice their shrinking value. Even the storefront design plays mind games too. You ever notice how the game shows VC prices in huge font while the real dollar equivalent is buried in the menus? That's intentional. When you see 75,000 VC for a build instead of $50, the sticker shock hits way softer. Researchers call this pain for paying reduction. The same reason casinos use chips instead of cash. One study found that people spend up to 30% more when using intermediate currencies such as coins, tickets, or VC versus direct payments. 2K didn't invent this tactic, but they damn for sure weaponized it. It also doesn't help that bundle deals add another layer of confusion. That bonus 20% free VC offer sounds great until you realize those base amounts are arbitrary. There's no standard VC to dollar ratio, so comparing value between these bundles becomes impossible. Players report buying larger packs than needed just because the bonus made them seem like they were better deals, only to end up with thousands of unused VC that taunt them into spending more later, like...
You make me sick. Leave me alone, please. Hiding in the shadows. Hiding from...
The leftover VC phenomena is textbook behavioral economics. One player tracked his purchases, and he found he's accumulated over 8,000 wasted VC across multiple transactions. Money spent solely because he had odd amounts of VC just sitting in his account. The game could let you cash out unused VC or buy exact amounts, but then that would kill the cycle. So instead, those digital pennies create constant pressure to add more. My team takes this further with pack prices that don't align with card value.
Wait, that is a very great option. What he just said, 2K should make it to where, because it's virtual currency, right? What is crypto? Crypto is a virtual currency. So if VC is a virtual currency, just like Bitcoin, just like XRP, just like Ethereum, why can't we cash out virtual currency for real dollars? And all you guys do, so it's no money laundering, 2K takes a percentage. So if I cash out 100,000 VC for $100, I'll get $80, and 2K takes 20 for commission. Why can't that happen? That's not money laundering. That's me working hard for my hard-earned money. Why can't we do that, 2K?
A single Galaxy Opal card might cost 100,000 VC on the auction house, right? But the packs that contain it sell it for 10,000 VC each. This mismatch means that you're never quite sure what anything is worth, and one of the main reasons I don't fucking play this motherfucker. But hey, financial reports prove this model works. Player spending per user grew 11 times between 2K13 and 2K17. By 2020, the franchise was pulling in over $1 billion annually from microtransactions alone. These are not organic numbers. They are the result of systems engineered to obscure spending. Even the name VC is a corporate inside joke for those of you unaware. Yeah, it stands for virtual currency, but it also references visual concepts. The studio behind 2K, it's their initials. They literally rebranded their monetization system after themselves. That's how confident they were in fooling you. Now compare this to how other games handle purchases. At least with Fortnite, they show real money prices alongside the V-Bucks. FIFA Ultimate Team displays approximate dollar values for their packs. Now 2K could do the same, but they choose not to because clarity would hurt sales. The less you think about actual dollars, the more you'll actually spend on their game. And the sad part is that players fall for these predictable traps all the time. I'll just buy a $20 bundle will eventually turn into, I might as well get the $50 one with the bonus VC because they keep the math fuzzy. One Reddit user has calculated that upgrading a My Player to an 85 overall costs $50 in VC in 2K25. But most players don't realize this until after they pay. The game never shows you the full price tag up front. For those of you unaware, the mobile gaming industry pioneered these tactics, but 2K brought them into console sports titles. Those limited time VC sales that pop up after you lose a game, that is straight from a casino's playbook. The way My Team auctions display last bid timers counting down, that is classic urgency triggers. Every element funnels you towards spending without fully realizing the cost of the game. They do this by focusing on giving you what you want, and that is another hit of that dopamine. That moment when the pack shakes before revealing your My Team cards isn't just a cool effect, it's a neurological trigger carefully crafted to hit your brain's pleasure centers. NBA 2K's pack openings operate on these same psychological principles as a slot machine, using variable reward schedules to keep you chasing the next big pull. The game doesn't just sell you digital cards, it sells you the rush of anticipation, calibrated down to the millisecond of the animation timing. Break down any pack opening sequence and you will see the science behind the spectacle. First comes the pack animation itself. It's the glowing edges, the dramatic camera angles, the signature shake before the reveal. These aren't just visual flares, they're dopamine primers. Studies have shown your brain releases more pleasure chemicals during the anticipation than the actual reward itself. 2K exploits this by stretching out the reveal process with unnecessary theatrics. That 3-second delay between the pack opening and the card display, that's not a loading time. That's your nervous system being wound up. And the sound design plays an equally manipulative role as well. Notice how the audio builds as the pack opens. Subtle chimes escalate to a crescendo when rare cards appear. Common cards get generic.
Yeah, that's a casino tactic. Like there's a losing sound,
Whoosh
there's a
sound,
winning
while Galaxy
sound,
Opals trigger a
cash
full
out
orchestra
sound
of strings. Your ears learn to recognize these cues before your eyes process the visual, creating a psychological response before you even know what you pulled. That's why some of your favorite content creators' hands be shaking in the videos they make. The anticipation gives that junkie itch. Rarity tiers add another layer of psychological engineering. Cards aren't just good or bad, they're color-coded into a hierarchy that triggers our collector instincts. That pink diamond card might might be functionally identical to a Ruby one, but the different colors make your brain categorize them as separate must-haves. 2K has progressively amped up these techniques over the years. Just compare 2K17's basic card flips to today's cinematic pack openings, complete with player holograms and arena crowd noises. Each iteration adds more sensory stimuli to strengthen that dopamine response. Recent versions even include a double reveal moment where a card appears to be one tier before it morphs into something better, a psychological trick that's been borrowed from carnival games. Players report that their heart rate spikes during these fake-out reveals, even though they know it's just an animation. The neurological parallels to gambling are undeniable. MRI studies show similar brain activity patterns between slot machine players and loot box openers, specifically in the brain's reward center. Both activities create what psychologists call intermediate reinforcement. That's when unpredictable rewards trigger compulsive behavior. 2K takes this further by adding visual and auditory feedback that actual casinos cannot replicate. Yeah, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. Some of your microtransactions in your video games are worse than some of these casino tactics. I mean, the pack odds themselves are engineered to maximize this effect. You notice how 2K displays percentages like a 1.5% chance of a Galaxy Opal instead of the actual odds like 1 in 67? That's because big numbers feel more obtainable than actual fractions, even when the math says otherwise. The game also front loads rare pools for new accounts, a common tactic in gacha games to hook players early. One data miner found fresh accounts had significantly better pack luck for the first 10 to 15 openings before odds normalized. But that's just the more popular way 2K currently gets their players hooked. I also remember back in the 2K16 days when the game had park cards. For those who don't know, park cards were a microtransaction that you could purchase and utilize at any point in a competitive
park
online
cards
match.
was one of the first
It was a pay-to-win
scams.
mechanic that fooled sweats
Park
and
cards
salty
and
people into
boost.
spending more
Park
after
cards
seeing
and boost
someone
were
else
one of the
use it.
first
Now, I'm old,
scams.
so I was an adult during 2K16, and I think because some of y'all were younger during those 2K16 days, you see that game through rose-tinted glasses, but I remember not being a big fan because I can't tell you how many park games I lost where I was up a couple points, about to close it out, and then the other team felt like they were about to lose, and they popped a three-point shooting park card or a unstoppable dunk park card, and now they don't miss and we lose. That shit was not fun. It rewarded poor play, and I'd imagine it tempted many people into purchasing park cards so they didn't get left behind. Since then,
park
those cards have
and
evolved
boost.
into Gatorade Boost, which is another
What
dopamine.
did I
A
say?
lot of
Park
times it
cards
feels
and
like your bill
Gatorade
can't hit
Boost were
anything,
one
and
of
then
the
you buy a
first
Gatorade
scams.
Boost, and now you can't miss. Gatorade Boosts are almost needed just to play online, especially with allegations of shooting being RNG based going around. And I can't stress enough that all these things cost VC, and VC costs real world money. VC's
know
role
what
in NBA
RNG
2K
means.
cannot be overstated. By obscuring real dollar amounts behind virtual currency, the opaque process makes it harder for players to track down how much they're spending, thus they're more inclined to spend outside their budget without noticing. Now, my personal conspiracy, which has nothing to do with anything else discussed in this video, that was all well-researched, real things that are going on, just my personal conspiracy is that even the PC version of 2K is designed to trick people into spending more money. The PC version is last to get updates, it has no crossplay with other platforms, and 2K refuses to implement anti-cheat into the game, so now you have these weird-faced hackers running around the park like,
You know what it is? His feet is slow as shit.
And just this past year with 2K25, the dev team finally made the current gen version of 2K available on PC. I can't stress enough that these games are developed on PCs, but the dev team is so lazy, they uploaded the PS4 version to Steam up until this last year. Now, my conspiracy is that they did this on purpose. I mean, the lack of anti-cheat, crossplay, and general game support is to fool you into purchasing the PC version for those who don't know any better, and then when you get frustrated with the PC version because it's so neglected, you go out and you buy it on console again, and they get 2 sales instead of.
Nah, like the PC version, it is a money grab as well because, you know, 2K is based off having your player upgraded. So rather you buy VC or you go about it some different way, your player needs to be upgraded. I went about it, I loved 2K so much, chat, to where when I quit playing console 2K, I tried to go play PC 2K. And when I played PC 2K, it was cheaper, but I had to spend money as well. I had to buy hacks so my player could be upgraded. And 95% of the people you play on PC are hacking as well. So you might as well hack against them. And hacks cost money. So you're spending money on hacks if you switch to
A
PC.
one. Hell, I'm guilty of this. That's how I came up with this whole conspiracy. The bottom line is that constantly seeking thrills can lead you down a dark path. Games are supposed to be a fun thing we do with our free time, not a second job that constantly robs us. So you might be wondering, what can you do to combat these corporations out of nickel and diamond? Don't worry, I'm here to let you know how you can break free.
Just don't spend money. Buy the game. After you buy the game, that's it.
Here's the thing about NBA 2K. You don't have to let the game play you. There are ways to enjoy basketball without getting sucked into the VC vortex, and it starts with setting hard limits. Decide up front how much you're willing to spend each season, whether that's $0 or $20, and then stick to it like it's a hard contract. I did this myself with NBA 2K25. The summer of 2024, when the news for NBA 2K25 first started dropping, I told the boys in the group chat I am buying one bundle of VC, and I'm only making 2 builds this year max. If it doesn't work out after that, oh well, we just gonna have to lose. Because the reality is that the average gamer is 35 years old, and I need some of y'all to start acting like it and exercise some self-control. Especially because y'all keep saying you want to see the game improve. The game will never improve if y'all keep spending excessive amounts of money. Y'all didn't listen to my first warning when I told you don't buy it, so here we are. Instead, I'm gonna give you a more easy solution, which is instead of spending thousands of dollars every fucking year on VC, just buy a little $50 bundle, and then after that, leave the fucking DC alone. Because the reality is that y'all sit on y'all YouTube videos, y'all be in Twitter spaces, tweeting, streaming, just complaining about VC. Y'all still buy it. You send one message publicly and then do something different in private, and the only thing that matters to these corporations is their profit margin. Yeah, you mad, but you still buying. I can't stress enough that their power is in the people. Exercise discernment. I encourage everyone to spend more time in the lab instead of spending money. Instead of dropping cash to boost your My Player's 3-point rating, learn your jumper's timing. Master dribble moves that work even with low ball control. There's a whole community of no VC players who compete with base ratings just to prove it's possible. The game wants you to believe attributes are everything, but watch any part game and you'll see 90 overalls are getting cooked by players who actually know how to read defenses and are only in their 80s. Also, try switching up your mode. My career and my team are built to push spending, but my NBA lets you control the franchise without ever seeing a VC prompt. Play Now Online uses real...
That's what I do now, chat. Now when I play 2K, I just play my GM, where I'm the general manager of the team. I do trades, I do shit like that's all I do. All I do is play my GM all day. If I'm on 2K, I'm playing my GM. I'm not even like doing dribble moves or anything. I'm just doing trades, simulating the season, seeing if I win the championship or not.
NBA teams,
It's
so
free.
no one has stat advantages, and even the WNBA modes are refreshingly stripped of microtransactions. Community matters. Join discords or subreddits where players share free ways to earn VC through gameplay tricks. There are entire threads dedicated to finding the fastest my career methods or cheesing my team challenges without buying packs. I've seen forum posts where people refer to themselves as budget ballers, and they share the best methods to grind without spending. When you surround yourself with players who prioritize skill over spending, the social pressure flips. You start feeling proud of your restraint instead of insecure about your gear. The psychological tricks only work if you don't see them coming, but now that you know about the FOMO traps, you can spot them, like the limited time items always dropping right after payday, and then you can adjust accordingly. Recognizing sunken cost fallacy helps you walk away when you've had enough, instead of thinking I've spent this much already. Just turn off notifications. Those pop-ups about limited time packs or the season's gonna end soon so you better finish your battle pass are designed to pull you back in. Just mute 2K social media during content drops so you're not bombarded by hype. Turn off noties on them pack opening YouTubers that you follow. The reality is that you can't spend money on anything if you don't know it exists. Ignore enough of the temptation and soon you'll be screaming.
This nigga think he the MLK
It's important
of
to understand
2K.
that NBA 2K's psychological tricks aren't just annoying design choices. They're a calculated revenue machine, with microtransactions now making up 79% of Take-Two's $4.2 billion earnings. That frustration you feel grinding the badges, the pressure to keep up in the city, it's all engineered to push spending. It's worked so well over the past decade that 2K has begun to implement the same tactics into their wrestling series with the introduction of the Island in WWE 2K25. Now, I don't have any hot takes on the Island. I'm just gonna say I'm gonna pray for the wrestling community as well as the basketball community when it comes to this VC stuff. Hopefully recognizing these tactics lets you flip the script. You don't have to chase every limited time item or max out your credit card for VC. The real flex
I got a hot take on the WWE community. The WWE community, my nigga, playing my career in WWE a few years ago, you used to be able to get clothes, upgrade your player, all of that with no VC. And even if even if it cost VC, VC was very easy to get in WWE. Now VC is very hard to get, and you have to buy VC. They have a city just like NBA 2K. It's cooked, nigga. They're taking the 2K scam methods and they're applying it to WWE because they realized WWE was free and shit.
Basketball community when
So,
it comes
like,
to this
you know what I'm
item,
saying?
or max out your credit card for VC. The real flex isn't having the rarest card. It's enjoying basketball on your
That was the video though, chat. I hope you boys enjoyed. That was the breakdown of the scam of the scamming history of 2K. Hope y'all boys enjoyed. And yeah, peace, man. I'll catch y'all boys in the next one. I hope y'all have a blessed weekend. I hope y'all boys get some coochie, get some money, smoke some weed. I don't know. Enjoy yourself. You know what I'm saying? Praise God and shit. And yeah, bro, I'll catch y'all boys in the next one. I love y'all. Peace.